I got my bivalent COVID booster yesterday, about 30 hours ago. I actually underestimated the symptoms that I had actually had. I did not think much about the symptoms. My patients have been asking me, hey, what symptoms will I have when I get this? And I was like, well, you probably have, or I would suspect you might have symptoms similar to what you had with any other COVID vaccine or booster. And I was right about that. Now, for those of you who are new to me, you may not know what the vaccines and boosters, how they were for me initially. Those of you who have been with me for a long time, you might remember when I got Moderna, which I've gotten Moderna the whole time, when I got my initial vaccines, the first vaccine I got, I was so sick that I actually had to call out of work the next day. And I have never called out of work. I had a fever up to like 103, 104. I had severe chills, muscle aches. I mean, I was sick for about definitely the first 24 hours, and then 48 hours after that, it was better. 72 hours after that, it was better, and then I was kind of back to normal. But with every COVID vaccine, the first was the worst for me. The second was not great. The boosters were less problematic. And in fact, the second booster that I got, I don't even really remember. Actually, no, I didn't get a second booster. I'm sorry. It's just the first booster because I wasn't eligible for the second. So the booster I got, I don't really remember feeling anything. Or like, I just don't remember major side effects. Guys, this one, different. It reminds me of like when I first got the original vaccine. So I got Moderna COVID booster, the bivalent, the new one, yesterday, say around 2 p.m. or so. By 10 p.m., I noticed, like maybe 9, 10 p.m., so we're talking like 7, 8 hours later, I noticed I was feeling, I don't know, not great, but not bad. I started getting a little bit of a headache, which I get headaches anyway, but this was a different headache for me. I get migraines. The headache I got last night was not a migraine. It was almost like a tension headache. I remember just feeling cool and just kind of like, you know, little maybe punky, but I didn't think anything of it. I actually stayed up late because I had a lot of work to get done. I went to bed probably not until like 12 or 1 in the morning. I talked to my parents before I went to bed, and I was like, gosh, I think I feel chilled. I kind of feel chilled. And I just felt off. And my mom was like, well, you should take some Motrin. You know you got vaccinated. And I was like, eh. I took my temperature just to be sure. No temperature, but I just still felt a little cool. I'm glad I took the Motrin, guys, because I slept fine. But I woke up this morning kind of forgetting I took the COVID vaccine because I really didn't think it was anything. I woke up this morning. I had a meeting at a clerkship meeting via Zoom. That's a meeting for my course at the med school. At 7:30 this morning, I got up for that. I did that. And then I was still like not feeling great. I went back to sleep. I was just like, oh, you're just tired because you went to bed late. I woke up and I had a TV appearance 2 hours later. So I then woke back up, did my hair and makeup. That's why my makeup is done. And I did my TV appearance. But what I noticed was I went right back to bed, which is unusual for me. The TV appearance was like at 10, 10:30. And I was like, I need to go back to bed. At like 11, I went back to bed. Okay. And I slept for like an hour, hour and a half. And then I got up and I was like, ugh. I was like, I don't feel good. And it just hit me around like noon today after all that back and forth in the morning, not recognizing why I was behaving that way. I woke up around noon and I was like, oh my gosh. I had chills all over. I had severe muscle aches. I felt like I'd been hit by a bus. And it wasn't as bad as the very first COVID vaccine I got. I told you guys about that. But I took my temperature. I felt so bad because I had chills. I did not have a temperature, but I took 800 of Motrin again. This was at like noon, 1, something like that. I took 800 of Motrin. And like, I didn't even feel like, I was like, I can't do anything. I got chicken noodle soup from the can, which I had in my pantry. And I had some like leftover croutons like in a bag, you know, that I hadn't finished. So I ate croutons and chicken noodle soup. You'll see, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted some pictures of like how I looked earlier today in my Instagram stories. So make sure you check those out just so you can see it. Because I was also telling my Instagram folks that I was coming live to talk about this. And I just felt like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm remembering now. Oh, this is my COVID vaccine. I tried to work a little bit. I called a few patients. I had to get like a prior auth for a patient for a drug from the insurance company. I did a few things. And around 2 p.m., I just was like, you know what? I can't work. Even though I'd been up and down all day, I actually called my job and I put in for a half day, a sick day. I was working this morning just up and down, but I realized I needed to go back to bed at like 3, 4 o'clock. So I actually called into work. I didn't have to see patients, so it was fine. So I put in a sick day for the half day. And then literally I went back to bed. And I slept until, I don't know, maybe an hour or so ago. Again, only reason my makeup is done is because I did it way early this morning for the TV appearance that I did. Guys, you know, I'm saying this not to scare you. I'm just saying this to say, like, my patients were asking me, oh, what are the side effects? And I do stand by this idea that probably what you had before probably will be what you have now, or, you know, perhaps. I mean, look, if you have better side effects or none, that's awesome. Remember, side effects are not bad. Side effects is, this is my body saying, hey, something new is happening. Ooh, we're getting new instructions. It's our body's immune system responding to the instructions and building up immunity. So it's not a bad thing if you get these symptoms. But honestly, like, I just went to CVS. Like, I was supposed to have a Superstars Live with my Dr. Jen Superstars. It's my subscription group on Facebook. Many of you guys are members. I posted a video on our group page at 3, right before I took my nap, and I was like, guys, I can't do this. I'm feeling sick. So they knew I was sick, you know, some hours ago. But I couldn't make dinner tonight. I just quickly went to CVS. And this is the other thing. I crave really weird things, like when I'm sick. I crave really weird things when I get with the shots. Like, when I had my first Moderna COVID vaccine, I ate like Chinese food and all this stuff I don't normally eat, like all this stuff. And when I got the boosters, I did a video on it, like the first booster, I was so hungry. I mean, I just ate and ate and ate. And this vaccine, I'm craving weird stuff. Like, I got frozen dumplings in a box that I'm gonna heat up, and then I got like some skinny popcorn, and I got like, what else did I get? I got yogurt. I mean, just random stuff. So my advice to you is to talk to your doctor about getting the booster. It's very important. Don't be afraid of side effects, because it's just a sign that your body is responding and building up protection, okay? I suspect that my symptoms will go away in the next 24 hours. If they don't, I will come back to you, but I suspect that they will, and I'll be back on the mend tomorrow. I do suspect it's certainly shorter than when I first got the first vaccine. Don't be afraid of the side effects, but I would gather or estimate that if you had side effects with your vaccines before, you may have them again. Just be prepared. Hydrate, you know, take Tylenol or Motrin according to your doctor's advice. Take care of yourself, you know, and think about this before you get the booster, meaning in terms of timing. I'm glad I wasn't in the office today seeing a patient, because I wouldn't have felt up to it. So that's important to keep in mind. I also have another colleague who got her Moderna booster. She felt really, really tired the day after she got her booster, like just exhausted. So you may not have any side effects or symptoms, but these are some that you could have. I hope this is helpful, guys. Let me know in the comments, once again, if you've gotten your COVID booster, if you've gotten the bivalent booster, if you're thinking about it, if you have any questions about it, make sure you talk to your doctor. You can also ask me as well. I appreciate all of you guys who are sending stars. Those of you who are on YouTube, thank you for the super chats and the super stickers. And if you've not liked and followed my page on Facebook or subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. And again, yeah, I'm on Instagram as well. Take care of yourselves. Get the bivalent COVID booster. It is that important. But just make sure you plan ahead if you got symptoms before, so that you can make sure that you weather the storm, okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to actually take a moment and rest, eat a little dinner, and take it easy. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Dr. Jen. I will talk to you soon.